I'd Like to Start with the Cat is the 15th episode of the 6th season of Half Men. This is directed by Jeff Melman, and as always there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode chronologically and share some thoughts. It's a decent episode. It's never going to be a favourite, but I think there are some good takeaways, particularly if you are the Charlie in the relationship. And it starts off with Charlie and Chelsea in bed. Charlie's about to go and get a pudding cup, and Chelsea starts crying. And she's not happy with the way the relationship is going. Everything has been the same. I apologise if you can hear some chaos in the background. My cat is wearing the cone of shame after surgery, and she likes to make a lot of noise at the most inconvenient times. I forgot what I was saying. Chelsea is upset with the way the relationship is going because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be very monotonous. They do the same thing all of the time. Charlie never really wants to do anything different, and she's getting, I don't want to say bored of it, but I guess concerned that it's not going anywhere. And Charlie talks with Alan, and it turns out Alan seemed to know Chelsea better, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. Charlie, eating all of the pudding cups, goes to Dr. Freeman's, and he's been passing up meaningless sex with strangers because he cares about Chelsea. And after some conversation while Charlie's eating some pudding cups, he meets with Chelsea. Chelsea is a little reluctant to be there, but credit to her for hearing Charlie out. And he mentioned that he's been seeing his therapist. And Charlie said, as a passing comment, "You should meet her." To which Chelsea responds, "Are you suggesting we should go to couples counselling?" And Charlie, not wanting to lose Chelsea, doesn't really know how to say, "No, that's not what I meant." And the next thing we know, they have plans to go to couples counselling. And we have this brilliant performance. Charlie asks Alan what to expect because Alan went to couples counselling. And Alan just unleashes all of this anger and frustration about just how disastrous it was for him because it just went from bad to worse. And the performance there from John Cryer is, as always, absolutely fantastic. We then are at the couples counselling session with Dr. Freeman, and it's okay. I think it's interesting enough. As I said, I think there are some good takeaways in this episode if you are the Charlie of the scenario. And I don't think Charlie's doing anything wrong. I think he's just scared of change. He's scared of doing something outside of his comfort zone, and that's what Dr. Freeman suggests he does. And honestly, I'm with Charlie when he said that he knows he should say, yes, he wants to do this, and he knows it'll be good for him. But he pointed out that every fibre of his being is telling him to say no. And I understand that, and I think many people do. It's a very scary thing to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. But if that's what you need to do for the health of your relationship, maybe it's worth a try. And Charlie does think about this. And we're near the end of the episode now. We've basically spent the bulk of it mostly with Dr. Freeman, to be honest, which is not a bad thing. The scenes are quite good. And Charlie goes home after his couples counselling. And Alan is already waiting, wearing a football helmet. And this is because everything he told Charlie at the beginning of the episode about how Chelsea's cat was called Mandu and she was from this place and her middle name was this, it was all a lie. He'd made it up to make Charlie look stupid so he could tell Chelsea, "I know your cat's name is Mandu," and of course it isn't. So Alan was wearing the football helmet and Charlie came and hit him for lying and making him look like a fool. And then Charlie goes to get a pudding cup to de-stress, and Jake has confiscated them. Jake stands rather smugly in the doorway. Is there a door? There's not a door there, it's open plan. He stands in the entrance to the kitchen with pudding cups. And Charlie tells him not to mess with him, and Jake just said, "Have an apple," and walk away. I thought it was rather brilliant. Definitely a great moment. And then the lights go out, and Alan gets hit again, and there we end the episode. So it's not the biggest in terms of the variety, or in terms of the comedy either. It's not the funniest, but we do have some really great moments. I think Charlie as a character was really interesting here. I think there will be a lot of elements of relatability, whether you're on the Charlie side or the Chelsea side of the relationship. And Alan unleashing all of his thoughts about couples counselling was pretty brilliant to see. And just the fact he was waiting with the football helmet on, I quite liked as well. So it may not be a personal favourite, but I'm pretty sure I'll always enjoy it. I think there are some great takeaways, definitely some funny moments. Ultimately, I'd Like to Start with the Cat is a good episode of 2.5 Men.